Okay, I'm going to start a series of everything that's wrong with each of my cars, and this was going to be the episode of the Rx7, but this car is for sale, and I'm going to fix it enough that somebody else could take it off my hands, or part the car out, maybe. Just get rid of the body, I'll keep the drivetrain. The car needs to go. I've had enough. I came out of winter, sitting around for a little bit. I had a nice little vacation. I had knee surgery, so I was in bed for a while. And then I got to tinkering around just here and there, and I bought a couple little bits, interior pieces. And I was going to probably use the car this year, and I'm just sick of it. The car doesn't want to be together, and now I'm going to show you the hell that I've kind of been going through with. But it is my own fault because I'm the one who built it. So this is it was a stripped out race car, pretty much. I bought it with a full interior. Let me get the hatch open. So I started putting the interior back in right down here, as I had this harness bar in there, and then this once I cut the interior and fit it around it. It's not bad. I mean, there is some gaps here. I have no idea why that's like that. I threw out the bins, I think, because I can't find them anywhere, and I know I didn't sell them. So I'm gonna have to get a new set of that, and that comes with the carpet for the rear. But if I could find the bins bare, a whole new carpet kit for the car would cover it, but I really don't want to put carpet in it right now because I'm not sure I'm going to keep it at the moment. I have it on my watch list, and I think I'm just gonna not order it and just finish it how it is. I ordered door panels. I'm not sure if I showed that, but I've been working since I couldn't do anything major. I started finding these little bits, the vents. I actually just bought this. This is an OEM Mazda part I found on eBay. I didn't have one for there. Let me hop in here. I got these little LRB vents in here. They fit kind of shitty, but they're better than no vents and a hole there. Like I said, did all that. Started cleaning up some of this. I bought this center console. I mounted it in there. This isn't mounted in here. It clips in there nice and tight, and I don't want to break it taking it out if I was going to put carpet in here, but I think I'm probably just going to click it in there nice and tight and leave it how it is. The other thing I was working on is the gauge cluster had a crack in the plastic screen here. I ripped that out of there, and it was just a bare empty hole here, so I put that cluster in there, ripped that plastic off of there, mounted the gauge tack to that. The only gauge that actually works on that cluster is the battery voltage, but it's old and I really don't trust it, so I have another battery voltage gauge here. I think it just fills it in and looks a little bit better. I mounted this a little bit better, and some of the wiring for that was a little jank, so I fixed that. And then if you notice, there's some fuses up there. I have this all tore apart, but there's a fuse box in there that ran everything for this computer right here for the car, and everything ran fine. And here's the story. This is where it all started right here. I bought a brand new wiper motor because the old one was pretty shit. It didn't do anything. I couldn't get the fire. I think that's just because the car sat for a number of years and I never used it. I never even had the wiring. So I ordered the wire off somebody on just a cut harness off eBay, and plugged it in. The wiper motor didn't work. And brand new one reman from O'Reilly or Pep Boys or something like that online. So I was wondering what was going on. I started playing with stuff, and the car started smoking. So the wiring harness for that is all independent. It's just a deloomed wiring harness. It's pretty common on these Rx7s because the wiper harness comes out of the firewall and then goes with the engine harness. Since I'm not using the factory rotary in the engine harness, that was taken off the harness. So it's just a wiper motor. So that's factory Mazda, and that's separate. The fuel pump has two wires coming out of ground, and then the power goes to a relay up in the glove box, and that's completely independent. But when I hooked up that wiper motor and it wasn't working, I turned the key on. There's a power switch in the center, You could probably see it. I mean, you saw it in the last clip, but it's over there. And the fuel pump is mounted right in there. Started smoking. And I have no idea what caused it, why. So I grabbed some wrenches and I took the battery off, and then the fuse panel up front, or the relay, started smoking. I couldn't tell where it was coming from, but I have the pump. It works still, but it makes a little weird noises. So I'll show you what I ordered. So this is a brand new Walbro 255 fuel pump kit, -6 AN, the same that's in there. And I'm going to redo the wiring for the entire car. I also wanted to show you this too. This was for that little corner mirror piece I showed that I got brand new. So that fuel pump is going to be going in soon. I have other projects to take care of, but this one's going to be getting taken care of in the next couple of days probably. I want to just clean this up a little bit better and relist it for sale. It is for sale, but I'm going to update the pictures and the description, and I'm going to run new wires for that fuel pump. I'm going to put the relay close to the fuel pump and run a thicker gauge wire, and then I'm going to, instead of the main power turning the fuel pump on, it's going to be switched independently also. So there's basically, so there's no way of this could happen again. I have no idea how it happened, but the car almost went up, and the fuel pump's right next to the fuel tank. That could have been great. This car's just an omen. It doesn't want to be together. I don't know if it's something I did, but I'm over it. I have other projects in mind. This car's never going to get used if it sits here. That's probably how it is. I had a couple trade offers, a couple wieners. One kid actually came and looked at it. We were going to trade, but it's probably better that he didn't, because he was probably going to kill himself in this car. He backed out of the driveway and damn near ripped my exhaust off, and I don't think he ever drove a car with more than 200 horsepower in it. So this has just turned into a little rant, so I'm going to end it here, and I have a list of other things too. I might I have another stock diff in here. That's probably the last thing. I have there's another stock diff in here with stock bushings. I'm probably going to throw that in here because this diff whines with the solid bushings in there, and it's just miserable to drive. And I think maybe them being solid is another reason why the diff keeps popping. So I'm going to probably put the solid, ditch the solid bushings, get rubber bushings in the other spare diff I have that hasn't blown up 3 times. Because I'm sure there's metal pieces in this one, and I'm probably going to toss that in there. I'm not sure if the gear ratio is any different, but I think I'm just going to do that and then just let the car rock. And if I have to, I'll pull the drift parts off of it and sell it as just a stock LS swap car. I'll put the other stock seat in it and just sell it as a swapped car. So I mean, drift car probably doesn't have the appeal to everybody. Maybe a swapped car would do it, and if not, I'll sell the shell completely and use the drivetrain in something else. But rant over for now. I'm going to show you more when I get to the car. Okay, it's been a while since I did an update. I finished the wipers. You don't need to see that, but I put a brand new relay in here, closer to the pump. Wire goes to the pump to feed it, and then just battery ground right straight to that, so there's no issues. And that should be it. So could get tidied up, but it works, and I'm not going to play with it. So I'm back in the garage today. Went back to work today, and I had a busy night last night, so I was just cleaning stuff up here. But as you can see, I have an empty hole in here. That's where the Rx7 was. I actually sold the Rx7 last night. Not quite sure how I feel about it. I'm a little indifferent on it. I didn't get quite what I wanted for it, but it's going to go to someone who's going to use it. It was just going to sit here. I was probably going to tinker with it over the winter, just a little bit by little bit like I've been doing, but it's probably never going to use it the way I originally wanted to. Started building it years ago, and opinions change, and goals and projects, and different state of mind than I was back then. So the money's better used elsewhere, and the car's gone. I have more space now for other stuff. I have a couple other projects I need to button up, but that is the last that you'll be seeing of the FC Rx7 V8 that was in the garage here that I was tinkering on. So I'm going to add this to the beginning of another video I started. It's not going to be complete because I think it was everything that was wrong with the car I was going to fix, and I was going to make like a long-term video and just fix it here and there. But this is the ending of it, so I'll add some pictures probably of the car and some clips here and there. But thanks for watching. Give me a like, comment, subscribe if you can. Subscribe because there's always going to be different videos and content, projects, and different things going on here. I mean, I do have this truck. I have a couple things planned for that, and I think I have a couple other ideas for other projects coming up. But we'll keep. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.